Well, we now have video of the moment that a Tesla in self-driving mode started braking unexpectedly on the Bay Bridge, causing 8 cars to pile up.
Yeah, it was a mess. Crown 4's Amanda Harry has a look at the video and reaction to it from a technology specialist.
New video of a dramatic crash on the Bay Bridge. A Tesla, believed to be on autopilot, started braking, causing an 8-car pileup on Thanksgiving. You can see in the video from California Highway Patrol that traffic was moving well just after 12:30 in the afternoon. Then, a white Tesla put on its left blinker, moves into the left lane, and stops, causing the car behind it to crash into it, followed by 6 more cars. One vehicle even gets pushed up against the wall of the bridge. According to CHP, the driver of the Tesla was in full self-driving mode. One industry expert says he wasn't surprised by what happened.
Figured that most likely it was something related to phantom braking, which is a very common problem with Teslas. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has been investigating phantom braking incidents on Teslas for quite some time. And as it turns out, when we saw the video the other day, that looks like exactly what happened.
Sam Abu-al-Samid is a principal e-mobility analyst with Guidehouse Insights. He explains why a Tesla may phantom brake.
The way they use the camera sensors on the Tesla vehicles, they don't have radar or any other type of active sensor that can accurately detect measurement. And sometimes the cameras will misperceive what they see, and they'll think that the camera system will think it's seeing something that's not there, and react to that and slam on the brakes.
9 people were treated for minor injuries, including one child who was hospitalized. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating the crash. As of now, CHP says it can't confirm if the full self-driving system was active at the time of the incident, but it does say in the report that the driver should still have their hands on the wheel and have manual control of their car. A message echoed by Abu-al-Samid.
If you have a Tesla, don't use self-driving. Because it's not self-driving. It is not actually capable of safely driving itself. It is at best a sophisticated driver assistance system.
Amanda Harry, Crown 4 News.
Start talking about issues, and that's the question. And I think Chris Wallace
that just saved my
ass.
I almost got into an accident right there.
Holy cow, you're right.
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
Didn't stop on its own, but it beeped.
why didn't it stop?
宝贝，快出去！
Tesla is investigating this fiery explosion in Shanghai. It appears to show a Model S bursting into flames in a parking lot in that city. No injuries reported. Tesla did not confirm any of those details, but it did send a team to the site and is working with Chinese authorities in the investigation.
Not gonna fit. Give up. Give up. Oh, it has that self part. Are you serious?
Oh shit, dude. That's a brand new car. Wow, I can feel the heat in here.
Play that back. What did you say? My driver's license. You got the. I'm on my stuff. Registration proof, the insurance.
Wow, I can feel the heat in here. Oh, that's a Tesla, dude.
Ikani. Begitu tuh bener.
Well, maybe he's just throwing stuff away. He's just throwing stuff away.
But why would you come to a gas station and throw stuff away?
No, he's, oh my God. Oh no. Did he pop? What did he?
He popped the gas cap.
Well, no, that's where you charge it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay. Is he gonna try and stick it in? Oh no.
Oh, I hope he doesn't pull his thing. Okay. I was like, this gas is gonna go everywhere. Uh-oh.
All right. So what's the bet? He's just
gonna leave. He obviously knows that.
We come across there, look, and straight over here. It came. Yeah, straight across.
That's quality, that, isn't it?
That's epic.
That's high voltage, isn't it? So you got to be fucking careful.
Wow. At Elon Musk.
I don't know how it happened. What happened?
It happened, all right.
Look at
Tesla
that.
Model X.
Tesla.
It drove right through the building.
Regular glass. This is like normal glass, car glass. We want to show you what happens with normal car glass. Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Yeah. Sure? Yeah.
It's a Tesla! It's a Tesla! Go, go, go! Go! I don't care! Go where?
Oh my God! Oh my Lord! Manny, just go! Manny, go!
Taken on every single one has reached back around and smacked him right in the forehead. Order copied the voter ID. Afghanistan, the Jet 36 riot, they have absolutely nothing to run on public safety. Oh, motherfuck. Is that okay?
What are you doing? Jesus Christ!
You can see the trooper attempting to help a disabled SUV get off the road, and that's when that Tesla came up behind and struck his cruiser and the SUV. The trooper and other driver were able to get out of the way in time, and they were not hurt. We're told the Tesla driver was ticketed for failing to move over.
Donnie, all right? Boom. Jeez. Licked it clean off. What a fool. The bus driver.
It's a car chase filled with drama.
This driver is driving extraordinarily fast, dangerously fast there.
And this doctor found himself right in the middle of it. It starts with two suspects driving a Lexus trying to elude police at 140 miles an hour in South Florida.
Almost lost control there.
They're determined to get away. Look at the dangerous maneuvers.
You go to the wrong side onto the oncoming traffic there.
Here, one suspect jumps out with a long gun and attempts to commandeer another car they've just cut off, but the driver refuses to open the door. What happens next is jaw-dropping. The suspect approaches a white Tesla. Then he pulls out the stunned driver.
What did the carjacker say to you?
Get out of the car, get out of the car.
We now know who he is, Dr. Emilian Cristia, and you can tell he's in shock, backing away from the scene with his hands up.
The doctor's cell phone was still in his car, so he did the next best thing. He called his wife on his Apple Watch to let her know what just happened.
I was trying to send her messages. Obviously, I was shaking.
All I could get was terrible accident, cops, gun. I'm okay, but I didn't really understand.
His wife Daniela rushes to the scene.
I see helicopters everywhere, police everywhere, 40, 50 police cars.
Police are able to T-bone the Tesla. Out comes the suspect, who appears to surrender.
He's on the ground, he's complying with police.
Until he suddenly makes a run for it, cutting through houses. You see him getting out of his clothes, then wading into a canal.
He's jumped into the water.
Even a duck he encounters is caught up in the drama. He tries to get into a parked SUV and then enters an open garage. Out comes the suspect. Finally, it's over. He emerges with hands up, wearing just his red underwear.
I'm thankful that it turned out the way that it did and that we're here to be able to talk about it.
Want here, David was a failure to pull over following an HOV violation. So obviously just a traffic infraction that has turned into a complete refusal to pull over. Now CHP right on his tail. Fortunately, not a whole lot of traffic to contend with. You can see them using up a couple of lanes here and basically creating a traffic break so nobody else can really come up from behind them. There was an attempt earlier in this pursuit to just let it go, but as they handed it off to neighboring jurisdictions, CHP has opted to continue this pursuit, not only continue the pursuit, but actually dedicate even more resources to it. Now, we don't know much more than that traffic infraction. We don't even know if there's anybody else besides the driver inside that vehicle, picking up a little bit of speed now, up to 55 miles per hour, just past the 55 now, coming up on the 90 as we make our way towards Anaheim Hills into the Yorba Linda area. But so far, no indication that this driver is willing to pull over, David. Yeah, he feels the pressure coming from that primary unit behind him, and as that primary SUV gets closer, he's definitely stepping on it, but not in the way you would expect from a vehicle that performs the way that a Tesla does. They are uniquely powered vehicles and can accelerate really, really fast. You want to outrun, I don't know if you can easily, I wouldn't say you could easily outrun an Interceptor that the CHP uses, but it's certainly capable of going at much faster speeds than this. So he's still doing only about 5 or 10 miles above the speed limit, but the bottom line is as that CHP unit gets closer behind him, he is feeling the pressure and he's compensating by stepping on the gas pedal. And, you know, one can imagine he is not using autopilot. He certainly seems to be in control of the vehicle as far as we could tell, but just refusing to pull over. It makes you wonder what else he has a guilty conscience about. Again, if it started as a traffic infraction, why wouldn't you just pull over? A simple HOV violation makes sense. It does not make sense to run from the police for that kind of a charge. So we'll see what else is going on here, what else is behind this story, but suffice it to say, still refusing to pull over or even slow down as more units join this pursuit. Again, the good news, as we continue to observe here, is that they have very little traffic in their way and a full traffic brake in place just in case this comes to a stop. Yeah, I mean, you have to wonder. I mean, it just leaves a lot to the imagination, and there's so many possibilities, obviously impossible to speculate, but when you refuse to run like this and continue to just, you know, move at a, I don't want to say a casual pace here, but basically very controlled driving. We're not seeing a lot of erratic moves, not a lot of last-minute decision-making. In fact, as you've pointed out, he's basically committed to that number 2 lane. He certainly pulled out of the HOV lane. He's not using it now, but he's certainly committed to the number 2 lane and really staying and not even moving over those lines. So just continuing to take this as far as he can go. It's not a matter of how much gas is in the tank, obviously, more a matter of what his battery is looking like. And of course, there's no way for us to know that from up here. But with Teslas, they do have the ability of being somewhat controlled by the manufacturer. And so I'm sure at the very least, Tesla has impacted what the procedure is. I actually can't tell you explicitly what the next steps would be. It's not as easy as just turning the vehicle off, but there are protocols in place for situations with luxury vehicles like Teslas. Yeah, and unfortunately, and I can't tell you what the cause is. It might be some construction ahead. There's the spike attempt. Look at that. Look at that. Did he hit him? I took my eyes for a second. I was looking out the window here. Did he clip that front left? Yeah, yeah. That tire does not look good. I think it's the back one too. I think they're both on borrowed time, and it goes to show you how tricky and precarious a freeway spike strip attempt could be. As you mentioned just a few moments ago, they are difficult. Now this guy was providing them with a lot of planning time because he was really traveling in a straight line, but there's other traffic here ahead of him, not necessarily behind him because they formed that traffic break, but the traffic in front of them had to make it difficult for CHP to make it up there. Yeah, I just was a little bit stunned that they were able to set up for that spike attempt on the freeway. Like you were saying, it is a difficult task. Fortunately, not a lot of traffic out here. They were able to catch up in front of them and lay down that spike strip. And by my estimation, it appears to have been a successful spike, at least as far as those left front and rear wheels are concerned. Not sure if he was able to get the far right side, but you can see, I think that these tires are going to start misbehaving here in short order. We should mention that Teslas do not come with run-flat tires, so those tires are going to start to run low. That vehicle and the steering is going to behave much differently, and we'll see here how the driving changes. There's a couple of sparks coming from the wheel, so there's the hubcap. That's the hubcap. That's the front hubcap, and now you could. Was that the tire? Oh wow. Okay. That might have been the actual tire. Here comes the rear tire. Here comes the rear left tire. That rear left tire is peeling right off. Look at that. Nope, and the vehicle is now coming to a stop over the gore point at an exit here. We'll try and get the transition name here, but I think that's going to be, as we come up on the Corona Crawl here, that might be the 241. I'm not sure. Now the vehicle's come to a stop. He's out of the vehicle, approaching those officers. We'll go ahead and keep it a little bit. Yep, you can see them approaching without, this is very dangerous, very dangerous. He's approaching those officers, very agitated. They're approaching him from behind, tackling him to the ground. He was showing his hands, but he was not obeying orders. He was walking in their directions. They were giving him very strong commands, and you saw they had no choice there but to sneak up behind him. But got to tell you, David, and you know very well, that could have ended much, much worse. Never. Yeah, they sure did. Lucky it was just a taser if they did have to use it. Fortunately, they didn't have to use it, but that was a very, very close call, and certainly not the way to end this if you're ever in this situation, which hopefully nobody is. But, man, that could have been much, much worse, the way he just started marching towards those officers. If they feel threatened, they will use force, and that was a situation where it was everything on the table. And we should say they have cleared that vehicle, so he is the only person in that car. still putting up a minor struggle here. You've got to wonder if maybe he's under the influence or whatever the case may be. Look at this, still struggling here as they try and calm him down, get him into the back of that car there. But fortunately, the rest of the vehicle is indeed clear.
A couple of things caught my attention when talking with Peachtree City Police about this chase with the Tesla. First of all, it was a Tesla. And second, the driver was clocked originally at over 90 miles an hour, right in front of the police station. Peachtree City Police say the first patrol car clocked the speeding Tesla at 70 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. The second patrol car right behind, just seconds later, clocked a Tesla accelerating away from officers at over 90 miles an hour, right in front of the police station.
Speeds of 80 and 90 miles an hour, going the opposite direction. By the time he was able to get turned around on it, he observed that the vehicle was already making erratic and evasive maneuvers and continued to increase his speed higher than what the observed speed was originally.
Both patrol cars could not turn around and pursue fast enough, and the Tesla disappeared into the night. But an officer canvassing the area minutes later spotted the Tesla maneuvering fast on the side streets away from State Road 74. This time, the driver pulled over. Officers say Nicholas Marin, 24, of Fayette County, suffered facial abrasions while they were trying to place the cuffs on him.
They were able to get him to exit the vehicle, and upon trying to place him in handcuffs to detain him at the moment, he began to resist arrest physically, and it took 3 to 4 officers to gain control of him and get him in handcuffs.
Police say in the car they found a large stash of drugs, including more than 20 grams of cocaine, mushrooms, marijuana, THC vape cartridges, a large amount of cash, evidence that they say led to distribution charges. Police say felony drug arrests are up over 500% in Peachtree City in the last 2 years. Nicholas Marin and his passenger are facing numerous felony drug charges. Marin is also facing felony fleeing and attempting to elude, as well as obstruction for failing to comply with officers during the arrest. Police say Marin's car was a 2021 Tesla Model 3. In Peachtree City, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Let's see if CHP is going to come in and pit this. Yeah, they are. They're going to pit this $95,000 sedan. Oh, and smash right into him. Look at that. CHP not messing around with this one at all. They said enough with the shenanigans. Get out of the vehicle. Slammed into him. That must have really jarred this suspect.
A dramatic car chase comes to an end, and it's all caught on camera. Hawthorne police in California began the chase of what they say was a reportedly stolen Tesla. As the driver of that Tesla got on the highway, California Highway Patrol took over. The driver rides the 91 freeway in Carson until the Tesla abruptly stops.
They're going to pit this $95,000 sedan. Oh, and smash right into him. Look at that.
Police smash the window with batons and pull the driver out.
Smashing out the window with their batons, and they are going to yank this guy out. They're not worried about him being armed, and they are going to tackle him and get him into custody.
The driver was arrested and taken into custody. His name was not immediately.
New this morning, a suspected car thief is in custody after leading LAPD on a chase through Hollywood. The pursuit started around 11:30 last night near the avenue of Western Avenue and 8th Street. The suspect got onto the southbound 101 freeway before exiting at Melrose. Police say the stolen Tesla Model S ran out of battery in East Hollywood, just south of Normandy Avenue. That's when officers moved in to make the arrest.
Okay. 115 on right. Okay, go ahead and get in the air. We're going to be continuing westbound through Maple Road. Speed's 40.
What time approaching 13?
Speed 65, still light traffic. southbound from Lincoln. Speed 65.
Okay, keep playing tag along. Okay, clear out now.
Attempted pit. Unsuccessful through 9.
Unsuccessful pit 2015.
Back here.
We have a bad relay.
No traffic, speed 85. Can't occupy.
Southbound, still crossing Close Street. $137, you still alive?
Affirm, Fair and Peters, permission to pit.
Stay red.
Copy. Coming up to, should be coming up to Whitehall next. Stand by.
Sounds like you're alone. Do you still have a secondary unit?
That's a negative. Continuing over McDaniel. Yes, I do have a secondary unit, if they can call it.
Alright, Phoenix, we got it. Let's call it. We got it.
Got it on Peters going westbound. Westbound on Peters. Westbound on Peters. Westbound on Whitehall. Coming up to Oak. Long lanes of travel. Gonna be going 70 plus. Still on Whitehall.
Heavy traffic over here, y'all. Heavy traffic over here. Almost 41. We are still south on Whitehall, crossing over 48.
Heavy traffic over here, y'all. Heavy traffic over here. Almost 41. We are still south on Whitehall, crossing over 48.
60 miles wrong lane. Travel again, back on the right side. Green state. Just going to be on 41 feet. 41 feet. Very good. Scale to that corner. Nice traffic over here. 41 team, you're going to pitch, man. Hey, just crossed over lead. Still on Whitehall, you got heavy.
Switch to the other zone. Phoenix should be the only one talking on this radio.
Alright, we're still on lead. 41 spinning out. He's
going to be on lead. Just gain control. We gain control.
spinning out. He's going to be right on lead. He just gained control. We gained control. Continuing on lead. The vehicle is slowing down. Still with it. Just stopping in the middle of the intersection. The vehicle has stopped. Going to be at Lee and Oakland. Lee and Oakland, you got a driver running out. I'll stay with the driver.
Hey, coming up on your six, hands, don't you fucking move, hands up. You're gonna crawl over this seat with your hands up, you understand me? Let's go. Crawl, motherfucker. Crawl now.
If you don't crawl, you'll get tased, bitch.
On the ground, don't you move, hands down.
Hey, you got him? I'm gonna go him.
Don't you move, I swear to God.
Hey, are you good?
Stand by.
I got a question.
Go.
I got a question.
But it's not question time. It's not talking time. Any guns in the car? Come over here. Scoot, I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Let's go. Don't move, face down, don't move. Face down, don't move. Stop moving. Yeah.
Black pants, black sneakers. Alright, he's gonna be giving.
Get out of there!
I got cuffs.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know.
No, you're not. You're good. Got him.
I'll tell you what the roll of short tag, Robert 990.
Where at? Right here. No pants, it's right here. Right here. I got some scissors. Watch yourself. Stop moving them.
I'll put it in
Alright, he's good.
A violent end to a pursuit when the driver crashes head-on into a police car. One officer was hurt in that crash.
The whole thing was caught on someone's doorbell camera. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell is live in their newsroom to show us what happened when the suspect had no way out.
Well, that's a good question, Ellen. You just said it. What happens when a pursuit suspect turns onto a dead-end street and there's LAPD patrol cars blocking the only way out? We have dramatic video of the ending. Shocking video out of Sherman Oaks of a police pursuit. A white Tesla driven by an assault with a deadly weapon suspect tries to evade police but turns onto a dead-end street and then plows right into an LAPD patrol car head-on. This happened Friday morning. The pursuit started in the Hollywood area. The female officer inside of the patrol car suffering a leg injury, taken to safety in the driveway of a nearby home while the suspect refused to exit his car. Following a short standoff, the suspect was taken into custody as seen from Air 7.
We heard what we thought was a gunshot, but it was actually the collision between the LAPD officer's car and the Tesla. It's a cul-de-sac, and a lot of people don't see the sign, and probably the suspect didn't see the sign, as most people don't, and so he thought that the street went through, and it is a dead end.
The LAPD says the suspect was possibly armed with a firearm. The pursuit ended on Costello Avenue north of Magnolia.
The officers were great, and they did an excellent job about doing whatever they did to stop that Tesla and not hurt my vehicle, which I'm very happy about.
And thankfully, nobody was seriously injured. That LAPD officer whose patrol car was hit is listed in stable condition.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.
Police drive some slick new Teslas, but apparently someone forgot to plug one in. The patrol car ran out of juice in the middle of a pursuit.
Anyway, just for info, I am down to 6 miles of battery on the Tesla, so I may lose it here in a sec. If someone else is able, can they maneuver into the number 1 spot?
Other units took over when the Tesla ran dry. Fremont police say the pursuit was called off when it became unsafe, and the car was later found abandoned in San Jose. As for the Tesla running dry, Fremont police say the Tesla wasn't fully charged at the beginning of the shift. This unfortunately happens from time to time, even in our vehicles that run on gas if they aren't refueled at the end of a shift.
A stolen Tesla crashed in West Hollywood early this morning, injuring 6 people. 2 are still in critical condition. The crash happened at the end of a high-speed pursuit on North La Brea Avenue. KCAL 9's Joy Benedict shows us what happened.
To me, it looked like fireworks.
Small explosions ripped through West Hollywood this morning after a police chase ended with a fiery crash and sent 6 people to the hospital.
It's really sad. We thought people were dead there, but thank God they came out alive.
Francisco Estrada captured the scene on his cell phone from his apartment above.
They took them a while to just cut the roof and take the person out.
Rescue crews took the roof off this Honda to save a passenger. A traffic light was knocked to the ground and a Tesla literally sliced in 2 with half embedded on the wall of a nearby building.
It looks like a film set, like if I would have. It doesn't seem real.
But it is. LAPD officers say this all started 12 miles away near the 405 in Centinela around 1 this morning. That's when officers received a call about a Tesla being stolen. When officers arrived, they say the car took off and the chase began. Moments later, the pursuing cruiser hit a median on La Brea and Baldwin Hills. 2 officers were transported to the hospital.
And the Tesla continued northbound on La Brea.
And it was going very fast.
We believe in excess of 100 miles an hour.
Sheriff's deputies say the Tesla first struck the Silver Mercury, went airborne, striking 2 light poles. The force literally split the Tesla in 2 pieces. The rear slammed into the wall of the temple. The front half struck the white Honda and red Honda on La Brea. The driver was ejected.
I'm guessing on a holiday weekend, there's probably a lot of cars on the road. And it's a wonder he made it this far without crashing.
With all this carnage and 5 damaged cars, neighbors say it's amazing so many people walked away from the crash, and they hope the suspect recovers and is held accountable.
Sad that happened on the 4th of July.
As for the investigation, there are actually two separate investigations going on. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is here in West Hollywood. They are looking into the crash here at this corner. Then the Los Angeles Police Department is investigating the police chase, the stolen car, as well as that crash involving the police cruiser several miles down the road. From West Hollywood, Joy Benedict, KCAL 9 News.
It's been a year and a half, but these officers still can't believe what happened with this out-of-control Tesla. Authorities just released dashcam video of two law enforcement officers nearly run over after a Tesla hit the back of a Nash County, North Carolina sheriff's deputy's vehicle. There was a prior accident on the highway, and a sheriff's deputy was assisting the North Carolina state troopers and those involved in the crash. Dashcam video from the state trooper's car shows the two officers talking when the sheriff's vehicle is struck by the Tesla, pushing it forward. The deputy is hit, loses his balance, and takes the trooper down with him. Police say the person behind the vehicle of the Tesla was watching a movie while the car operated on autopilot. Tesla states current autopilot features require active driver supervision and do not make the vehicle autonomous. Nash County sheriffs say this is a reminder to not get distracted from the road. This event could have been deadly for all parties involved.
Dow Industrial is now down 59 points, about 0.25%. We're at 26,900. Now that story about the Tesla police car. Yes, indeed, it ran out of power while pursuing in a chase of another car. They had to call off the chase? Or
they had to call off the chase. Okay, this was in Fremont in the Bay Area. Police officer picked up his Tesla to start his shift early afternoon, and we need to point out it was not fully charged. This chase of a suspect's vehicle began at 11 o'clock at night, so the battery was definitely run down. He had to call in on dispatch to say, I've only got 6 miles of battery life left. I have to pull out of this chase. There were other cars, combustion cars, that were in the race. However, the actual suspect car did get away. They found it abandoned. But bottom line is, despite that, the Fremont Police Department, who's piloting this, giving it a go, says they love the car. It's meeting or exceeding their expectations. In other words, should have had the car fully charged when he began his shift. But hey, there you go.
Okay.
The suspect got away.
That's not going to
Celebrity owner?
Huh?
Celebrity owner?
A lot of things. A lot of scratches,
Oh, this
is not our stuff.
How about that? Is that your stuff?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there's two bags in there. That's not
Wilhelm.
ours.
That's not our
Oh
stuff.
my God, we better get this car
See, that's what
checked.
they-
I want nothing to do with this car right now.
No, this is
Just thought they got themselves a new car.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they'll just
yeah,
put their stuff in
absolutely.
it.
No, but I
You know, I was where was he planning to?
Dang it, freaking macro.
Is this not yours?
No.
It was barely within 2 miles of us. So we actually drove, took our our navigation helped us to the car. And then we saw the car was inside a gated parking garage. And we could see from outside that there were 2 people in the car, drove it, stopped somewhere, whether they were loading or unloading in the trunk, and then they took off from there. And then we didn't know. See, this is the app I have, which is really, really cool. So here, I just go into it. What happened here? And it'll show me exactly where my car is. See, it shows me at what miles it stopped right now. And then it'll show me the location where it is and what speed it's going when it's driving. And I can actually stop the car from my phone if I wanted to. But the car, we were at a friend's house for dinner, and we just, after dinner, we were trying to get back in the car and go home, and realized the car was missing. And of course we panicked, not thinking what to do. We remembered the app. I said, let's figure out, if the app can tell us where the car is. Sure enough, it showed us that the car was within half a mile from where we were. So we don't know what time the car was taken, but my friend took us in her car to locate the car. And in the meantime, we called the cops.
Smart.
So we actually followed the navigation. It took us showed us where the car in the area was, but we couldn't spot the car. And it did show that it wasn't moving at the point. And while my friend and I were sitting in the car, we saw the Tesla drive into a gated parking garage. And we're like, oh my God, that has to be our car. I mean, how often would that be that just right when our car is missing, that car drives in? There were 2 guys in there. We couldn't see much of it, but we were able to locate. What happened was when we were looking at the car inside, because we couldn't go inside the gated garage, they were loading, unloading, because we could see from the distance, and then from the back of the parking garage or something, they kind of left. And then we didn't know where the car went. By then, the cops had kind of came, and they just drove by, and they said, we've located your car, you stay, we'll be back. But then we said, well, we have the navigation, let's find out where the car is. The car was actually running at 100 miles an hour. So we figured that the car was being chased by the cops, but we didn't know. So we followed the navigation again. We came to this point, and we saw that the car is here, all the cops are here, the helicopter is here. Oh my God. So the navigation definitely did an amazing job. That was really, and the thing is that, like I said, that we can actually stop the car from my phone, but the car cannot be running. Correct. In order for me to actually lock the car. So.
What is your name?
Shaheen.
Can you spell it for me?
Shahin.
And your last name?
Pirani. Pirani.
How long have you owned the car?
About a little less than a year. About a year.
Do you love it?
Mm-hmm. I love it. After this, I'm not going to get any other car for sure. Yeah, I love it. I love my car. I'm glad I found it. Yeah.
Lieutenant Paul Connolly, Connelly.
How'd you guys first get the call?
Well, this evening at about 11 o'clock, a citizen from the La Jolla area had called and reported that their vehicle was stolen, and the vehicle was a white Tesla.
And how'd you guys spot it?
Well, officers were responding to the location to take a stolen vehicle report. The citizens began to track their vehicle using a GPS-based cell phone application. and they were able to track the vehicle to an apartment complex nearby. The citizens told the dispatcher what the location was. The helicopter flew in that direction, as well as several police officers. The citizens drove to the actual location and were able to see their vehicle parked in an underground parking garage, but they weren't able to get to it because there was a gate there. Shortly thereafter, they reported that their application that they were using on their cell phone showed the vehicle moving again. The helicopter arrived on scene and picked up the vehicle leaving the opposite side of the apartment complex and directed officers into the vehicle's location.
When the officers first spotted, I believe I heard it was 96 miles an hour was the first. As soon as while they were still trying to get up to it, was already at high speed.
Correct. The vehicle did reach speeds of the mid-90s prior to officers actually initiating a traffic stop and during the actual vehicle pursuit.
And what caused them to pull over here, do you think, or what possibly led them?
Well, there was a pursuit that was in the La Jolla area and then eventually went southbound I-5. Right before it got on the freeway, we were able to deploy spike strips and flatten a couple of the tires. The vehicle continued southbound Interstate 5, took the Balboa Garnett exit. We were able to deploy a second set of spike strips, got the other tires. The vehicle eventually came to a stop here at Damon Street and West Mission Bay.
And how did the takedown of the passenger and driver go, and any complications on that?
Well, when the vehicle stopped, the passenger immediately jumped out of the vehicle, jumped over the guard railing down about 20 feet into a riverbed. The driver came out the passenger side vehicle and attempted to run, but officers were able to take him into custody pretty quick.
And a couple of police cars got flat tires too by the spikes?
Yes, we did get a couple flat tires as a result of the pursuit.